Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Cagezilla 74. This is Kaelob, Killer K Alger. 5'9", came in 4 pounds under at 131 pounds. He's 21 years old. He's an independent fighting out of Hagerstown, Maryland. He's currently 0-1, but I will tell you, he's got some very legit striking skills. In the past, he struggled a little bit with the grappling, but for his debut fight as an independent, he is a very capable fighter. It's not somebody who's just been training in his garage hitting heavy bag. He takes it very seriously. As soon as he signs the contract, he's very professional. He gets his blood work done. He starts promoting the fight. He trains. He grapples. He really does do it all. And admittedly, you know, I want to talk to him and ask him why he's not at a hometown gym, because there are some in the area that would be great for him. You know, he is a white belt, but you'll see when he's out there, he's got great striking. He moves well. He's very dangerous. And you don't want to sleep on the fact that he is fighting as an independent. Looks like he got a little bit of extra Vaseline, and he's good to go. Michael Dolman will let him into the cage, and will be off to call the blue corner.
And his opponent, making his way to the cage and fighting out of the blue corner, it's Rene Marroquin.
Rene Marroquin, 5'6", weighed in at 135 pounds. He's 28 years old, fighting out of American Top Team in Ashburn, Virginia. You'll see in his corner, he's got John Bertelli, who's an incredibly highly ranked, a lot of adjectives there, but he's a very highly ranked Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competitor. He's boxed. He's the head coach and owner over there at American Top Team Ashburn, and a great leader to have in your corner. And you'll notice, if there's anything in common, both of these guys are jacked. Rene is very, very much in shape. I actually can't believe he made 135 pounds. He might be one of the biggest 135ers I've seen. But with that said, it is his debut. He's the teammate of Esteban Gomez, who is currently on the Cagezilla roster and has been active as well. Rene is a member of the U.S. Army. And even though he's competing at bantamweight, he could compete at flyweight, which, like, I mean, that's nuts. I find that crazy. Hats off to the guy, though, because if he's as strong as he looks, or half as strong as he looks, it's going to be a lot to deal with for anybody under, I would even say 155 pounds. But he's going to be dealing with a very strong striker here, so I think it's going to be in his best interest to get the fight to the ground and try to maintain that control. But, you know, again, when you're coming out of a team like American Top Team, you get so many high-level looks, and you become so well prepared. It's not too dissimilar from what we talk about with Kaizen MMA, where you have guys who are making their debut, but they've been training with so many high-level pros that you think it's their fourth or fifth fight. And I suspect this will be no different for Rene Marroquin.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds in the Cagezilla Bantamweight division. It is brought to you by our friends at Sand Screen Printing, turning ink into art, and Tobaccoology, fine cigars and tobacco run by fine people with locations in Manassas and Haymarket. And now, starting out, fighting out of the red corner, standing 5'9" and weighing in at 131 pounds, he's an independent fighter. It's Kaelob Alger! And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner, standing 5'6" and weighing in at 135 pounds, fighting out of American Top Team of Ashburn, Virginia, it's Rene Marroquin! Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this bout is scheduled for three-minute rounds and is brought to you by Sand Screen Printing and Tobaccoology. And your referee is Gabriel Balajit.
All right, both fighters ready to rock, and we are off for bout 4 of the evening. Wow, Rene really ran across there. I like that they touched gloves, but he immediately has Kaelob on the back portion of the cage. And he's going to want to do that. He's going to want to add pressure. He's going to want to get close and make this ugly, because as we've seen, good strike in there from Kaelob on cue. Kaelob is a very, very good striker.
Charles, good to be back on the mic with you, buddy.
Chris Fuller, how are we doing?
Hey, I don't know if you guys touched on it already, but how about an American top team fighter taking on an independent fighter? Wow.
Yeah, well, I was speaking very highly of American Top Team because it's a phenomenal gym in the area. But I'll tell you, man, Kaelob is not a normal independent fighter there, as you see with a well-timed flying knee. I mean, you can just see the striking he has. He fires the jab, immediately gets out of the way of the counter. And
he's
very smooth.
I'm not taking anything away from Kaelob. I'm actually complimenting him. He's a brave guy for getting in there with this guy.
Yeah, and you know, good right hand there with the feint. You know, the interesting thing about Kaelob is he's trained at some gyms, but I think he just prefers to do it on his own. And, you know, time will tell. Most independent guys don't have the success that he's had in terms of skill development. But he looks pretty sharp right now.
And we've seen that a couple times tonight already with guys looking.
Oh, big right hand.
Huge.
Oh, and I think that's it. He's out. He's out.
Oh, wow. I came just in time to see the finish. Man, that's a solid performance, especially from an amateur.
My jaw is dropped. What a stunning performance by Kaelob Alger. Just as we were talking about it, Sadiq, an independent fighter coming in, taking on a guy from American Top Team and knocking him out.
Wow.
Incredible.
Yeah, you'll see, man. I mean, when we see that replay, it was a piston of a right hand.
Wow. Yeah. And I'm not sure if Rene's still about his wits. They're having a nice little conversation, you know, but Rene's still having a hard time with his, you know, just trying to stay in there. Right now, when you just rock me, you know, I don't really think it's time for us to have a full-blown conversation. We're still trying to process what's going on.
Yeah, and if you look at the replay right here, you'll see a big step in on that right hand. Kaelob had started throwing the jab, started throwing the left hook, and then he threw the left hook out there, closed the distance with the right hand. And they're still speaking very politely. It seems like they're exchanging pleasantries.
Yeah, but, definitely. They're having a nice long dialogue, you know. But it was a great fight while it lasted.
Yeah, that was a very vicious fight. And, you know, again, man, Kaelob's got quite a bit of power. And let's not forget, man, he did come in underweight. He could have easily made 125. So that is a dangerous guy to be dealing with.
Yeah.
I mean, at 5'9", with that range and that kind of power, you know, as an amateur.
And it wasn't like he was throwing crazy. You know, it was nice and technical down the line.
Very sharp, very sharp. And we're going to see that replay one more time here. Sadiq, walk us through it.
Nice. Nice snap kick just to get your opponent already moving backwards. And that's what happens when you throw that snap kick. Their head kind of pops back. Then he fakes a lead hook to move your head even slightly more back. And then comes right down the line with the straight right hand.
Beautiful, beautiful breakdown from Sadiq Yusuf. And really nice work there from Kaelob as well, as we see Chris Fuller working his way into the cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Gable Balajid has called a stop to the fight 1 minute and 20 seconds into the very first round for your winner by knockout. Out of the red corner, it's Kaelob Alger.
Yeah, really fantastic performance there from Kaelob. I mean, you know, I liked what I saw in his first fight. Now, he did end up losing that bout. He got out-grappled. But this one, you really got to see his high-level striking. And hopefully we hear more from him as Skylar is going to chat with Kaelob.
You want to do an interview? Wow, what an incredible fight. I mean, being an independent fighter, fighting someone from a well-known team, how are you feeling?
I've worked so hard for this. You know, I came out last December, and I had a really close fight with a really tough dude, come from a good gym, and everybody probably saw from that. They thought, hey, you know, this guy's got no grappling. They thought they had a way to beat me. I'm telling you, there's not a lot of people in this bantamweight division going to be able to take my power. I'm ready to get back in here as soon as possible. I love this. I've worked so hard for this. And when I come back, I told you I was going to be a better version this time. I'm going to be an even better version the next time. Each time, I'm going to grow. These guys aren't going to touch me after a certain place. I'm going to the UFC. It might take 5 years, but I'll be there.
Hell yeah.